Please be seated and welcome City Colleges of Chicago's Executive Vice Chancellor and Chief Strategy Officer, Rasmus Linderup.
Hello everybody, and good afternoon to the graduating class of 2016. Welcome to the members of the Boards of Trustees, Chancellor Cheryl Hyman, keynote speaker Arnie Duncan, distinguished guests, college presidents and officers of the district, faculty and staff, and families and friends. I am Rasmus Linderup. I'm the Executive Vice Chancellor and Chief Strategy Officer for the City Colleges of Chicago, and I would like to welcome you to the commencement of 2016. And I think I speak for all of us when I say, class of 2016, we are tremendously proud of you. So before we get into the program today, I would like to recognize a few groups of people. First off, all of your supporters, the family and friends who stayed up late cheering you on, sometimes giving you a shoulder to cry on. So let's hear it for the mothers and the brothers and friends and fellow supporters. Next, the City College's faculty. I know for many there was that one faculty member who made all the difference and who's a big reason you're here today. So faculty, I ask you all to stand and let's hear it for the faculty. I also want to recognize the City College's staff, all of those who supported your goals, the advisors, the tutors, the deans, and everyone else. Let's also give them a hand. And finally, I know that for many of you, the path to this day was long and often hard, but you persevered, and as a result, you will soon be college graduates. So let's hear it for the class of 2016. And remember, no one can ever take this degree away from you. And now I would like to introduce you to the Chair of City Colleges, Board of Trustees, Chuck Middleton.
Thank you, Vice Chancellor. Good afternoon, everyone. 2016, class of 2016. Does that sound good to you? All right, sounds great to me too. In behalf of the Board of Trustees and all of the people that worked with you, though you did the work, and including your parents and your families who stayed with you, sometimes through the thick and thin of early mornings and late evenings, congratulations, class of 2016. You did it. As you go forward, the word commencement means a beginning, and today we on the board and all the rest of these people that make up the City Colleges will remain behind, and you will commence into the next portion of your life. Whatever you do, wherever you go, you will take a piece of the City Colleges with you. Please remember us in the future, as we will always remember you as well. Congratulations, class of 2016. And now it's my great privilege to introduce the 2016 commencement valedictorian, Xiao Liu. Xiao?
Thank you, Chair Middleton. Good afternoon. My name is Xiao Liu, and I am valedictorian of Malcolm X College. I came from the United States 6 years ago from China without speaking English. And today, I'm delivering this speech in front of nearly 10,000 people. It shows you that the people are capable of doing amazing things. We just have to take risks, believe in ourselves, and work hard. When I was young, my family lived in a very poor village in China. We could hardly grow enough rice for survive. When I was 4 years old, my mother said to my father, "We have almost run out of food and we have no money." I watched my father search all his pockets and he finally took out 5 cents. That was the only money we have left. Although my family was poor, my parents attached great importance to education. For many years, I held onto the dream of studying medicine, but I never had the chance in China. 6 years ago, at age 33, I immigrated to America to be with my husband. Because I didn't speak English, I was afraid to leave the house without my husband to translate. Then I enrolled in ESL classes at city colleges. Yeah. And both my English and my confidence improved. 2 years ago, I was accepted into radiographer program at Malcolm X College. I found a professional program, great instructors, and helpful classmates. I was also very fortunate to have in-laws who cared for my children while I was in school. A husband without whom going to school would be impossible. Sons who were patient when I studied. Today, I am getting ready for receive my associate degree and start my career as an X-ray technologist. So, class of 2016, if you ever doubt yourself, remember that when you take risks, believe in yourself, and work hard, anything is possible. Now is another City College graduate on this stage today who overcome many obstacles, who took risks and believed in herself, and who work hard to succeed. I would like to introduce you now our Chancellor, Sharon Hyman. Thank you.
Thank you, Chalu. Thank you very much, and congratulations. Some years ago, I too received my associate's degree from City Colleges of Chicago. I am a proud graduate of Olive Harvey College. I get that every year. I know firsthand that getting to graduation day at City Colleges is tough, but it's well worth it. To complete my degree, I had to fight my way back from being a high school dropout and homeless for some time, but now I stand here today as Chancellor of City Colleges of Chicago. Thank you. You have had your own struggles. Maybe it has been raising children, working a job to make ends meet, or an unstable housing situation, all while trying to do well in school. But today is an achievement you should be proud of, but it's just the first step. Whether after finals you are stepping into the job market or getting ready to transfer to your bachelor's degree, and many of you will do both. There is a long road ahead yet, and it involves continuing to learn and working to get better. After City Colleges, I went on to earn a bachelor's, a master's, and eventually an MBA from Northwestern. I I know you too will continue to elbow your way into the place where you can make a difference for you, make a difference for your family, make a difference for your city, and make a difference in this world. Don't let anyone tell you you're not good enough. Show everyone who thinks things can sometimes be out of reach or beyond your willingness to make sacrifices, that you have the fire inside of you to go wherever, however, and whenever is required to get what you want in life. Those people, and there are those people who would rather tear you down than build you up. I call them failure whisperers. The failure whisperers will always be there. Don't listen to them. Don't let them dampen your flame. As Prince says, when the elevator tries to bring you down, go crazy. Don't expect it will be easy, though, because there isn't one person on this stage or in these stands who has had it easy. Most of us even make it harder on ourselves, I do, by always demanding more of ourselves. A mentor once told me, to succeed in life, you must work hard. And I said, what do you do when that doesn't work? And they said, work harder. So always remember that hard work got you here, and it is how you will continue to succeed. But today, though, you get to relax for a moment and enjoy it. So to my fellow City Colleges graduates, class of 2016, I say to you one more time, continue on and congratulations. And now, I would like to introduce our speaker this afternoon, a very good friend of mine. First and foremost, he is a Chicagoan with a passion for improving the lives of young people through education. Arne Duncan served from 2009 to 2015 as the United States Secretary of Education under President Barack Obama. He was called by a Washington Post columnist the most powerful federal education chief in the department's history. In this role, he helped secure congressional support for education investments across the country that included funding 325,000 teaching jobs and increase in Pell Grants for undergraduate students from low-income families. He also served as the point person on President Obama's $6 billion Americans College Promise Plan that would make 2 years of community college free. Prior to joining President Obama's cabinet, Duncan served as CEO of the Chicago Public Schools for 7 years. He has also run a nonprofit education foundation helping to fund a college education for inner-city children. He was part of a team that started the Ariel Community Academy, which today ranks among the top elementary schools in Chicago. And just after college, Duncan played professional basketball in Australia, where he also worked with children who were wards of the state. We're so fortunate to have him here today. Let me introduce my good friend, Mr. Arne Duncan.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much. Please give another round of applause to your leader, Chancellor Hyman, for all of hard work and leadership. I'd also like to thank the Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, parents, family, and friends of all of you, the class of 2016. Congratulations, and thank you so much for letting me be a small part of this day. This is an important day for all of you, a milestone, an achievement, a credential that says to the world that you're ready for the next leg of your journey, whether that's a job, continuing your education in a four-year university, or for many of you, both. The important thing is that you have choices. You have the freedom to stay here in Chicago, and I hope you do, to relocate to another city or town and continue learning at another institution. Freedom, that's really what education is all about. The freedom to think, to speak, to choose, and when necessary, to fight for needed change. Frederick Douglass once said, "Once you learn to read, you will be forever free." And there was a very insidious reason why education was legally forbidden for slaves, because once they could read, the outcome was inevitable, and we are all grateful for that. So today, we celebrate a new measure of freedom for every one of you that can never, ever be taken away, and you can take it with you anywhere. I guess the question today is, where do you want to go? Now, before you try and answer that, let me just say that few people really are able to plan out their lives. Most of us see opportunities and challenges and take them and try and make the most of them. My life's work was shaped in an after-school program in a church basement where my mother ran an after-school tutoring center on the south side of Chicago. She started it because the children she met there had not been taught to read. This was back in 1961, and she went there to teach a small Bible study class to 9-year-old girls and began by passing around a Bible. To her dismay, not one of them could read a word. She then spent the next 50 years of her life working to teach children in North Kenwood, Oakland. And I spent every afternoon of my childhood, along with my sister and brother, in that program. And seeing both the amazing potential of my friends and how badly the odds were stacked against them, that gave me my life's passion, my life's work in education. But at that point, I could never have known where I might end up. As Cheryl said, I went off to college, played a couple years of basketball in Australia, and then came back to start Ariel Community Academy in that same neighborhood where my mother had always worked. I eventually went to work for the Chicago Public Schools and then became the CEO. And every single day doing that work was an absolute honor and privilege and an adventure. Being able to create new schools, helping others get better, raising standards and graduation rates, and trying to strengthen teaching and learning. We learn so much every single day about what works and what doesn't work. 7 years after that, President Obama became President Obama, and he asked me to serve as Secretary of Education. And I tried to take a lifetime of lessons that we learned right here in Chicago and share them with the entire nation. And today, there are more people just like you graduating from college than ever before, lives filled with more hope and promise and the quality education that helps all of us take that next step and fulfill our dreams. And now I'm back here in Chicago, just got back a couple months ago, and thinking about the next leg of my journey. Honestly, I never planned any of this, and I can't tell you what I'll be doing 5 years from now. But because I was lucky enough, because I was so lucky to get a great education, I was able to take advantage of opportunities, to have doors open for me that otherwise would have been closed. And that's exactly what today means for you, because of your hard work. And because the faculty and staff here believed in you, now more doors will be open to you and less will be closed. Not everyone is so lucky to arrive at a wonderful destination like today. About 30% of the students in the Chicago Public Schools today don't finish high school. That number used to be much higher, closer than half, but things have gotten much better in recent years, and many of you are part of that progress and success. And of those who do finish, only about half go to college, and only about half of them earn a degree. The rest of them head out into the world without the skills or knowledge or credentials that they desperately need, and so their options are more limited. So all of you are among the hardest working, the most committed, who stuck it out and are absolutely going places. So once again, let me say congratulations. I know for many of you, we heard from our amazing speaker earlier, this journey has been far from easy, and this path has not always been straight. And I can only try and imagine what some of you have been through and what you've had to overcome to get here. And your determination and your resilience, they inspire me. They give me hope. Now let's get back to the question, after today, where are you going? And to help answer that, please remember that your first responsibility is always to yourself and to your family. You have put in your training to work, either in a job or in a school or both. Let me just see by show of hands, how many of you are the first in your families to graduate from college? Raise your hands. Give them a round of applause. How many of you are raising a family while you also have gone to school? Raise your hands. And how many of you have both worked and gone to school while working towards this degree? That's everybody. This is an extraordinary group, an extraordinary group. And if you continue to work hard, one job will lead to another, and eventually you'll be on the other side of the desk. And some new graduate from city colleges will be coming to you, asking you for a job and asking you for advice. And that gets to the larger responsibility, and that is to our collective community. As I said, you are among the few who have actually made it to this point, have become college graduates because of your hard work, your family's commitment, and the determination and support of your amazing faculty and staff. Today here in Chicago, far too many young people are neither in school nor working. It's a staggering, what I believe, is social crisis. Among black males here in the city, aged 16 to 24, nearly half are unemployed and out of school, and too many have had run-ins with the law. There's a level of hopelessness and anger and fear that's not good for any of us, not good for our city. Some young men go through life knowing that at any moment their life could end, and that could make any man angry or make them want to give up. As a society, we simply can't sustain this. We cannot keep imprisoning our young people who drop out of school. We can't give up on them, even when they sometimes may feel like giving up on themselves. We have to give them another chance. And that's why I love and respect the work of the city colleges so much. And that's why their mission is so important. They believe in you. And whether it's a first chance or a second chance or a third or a fourth chance, they have been here for you every single day. Please give again the faculty and staff a huge round of applause. The question is, how do we create more educational opportunities? How do we create more hope and encourage so many more young people to follow the example of hard work and tenacity that all of you have set for us? So that's one of the big challenges facing all of us that we have to confront, we have to overcome if we want to have safe, thriving neighborhoods and strong families. Another challenge is the broader economy, which is increasingly favorable to the wealthy over the working class. There's a national election underway, and income inequality must be on the front burner. When the top 1% of the country owns 35 to 40% of the wealth, something's wildly out of whack. And your voice, your action, your vote matters. Maybe you didn't study economics in college. I didn't either. But it still affects all of us. And we have an obligation, a moral obligation, to be civically engaged, starting by voting. Whatever your beliefs are, whatever your policies, whatever political party, take a stand, look at these issues, and ask yourself, what kind of country do you want to live in, and what do you want for your family? Do you want to be in a country where just a few do well and hope that you're lucky enough to be one of them? Or do you want to be in a country where more and more people have a stake and more people have a real chance at achieving the American dream? That's the country I think we all want. We all have to make our voices heard in one way or another, by voting, by speaking up, and by contributing our collective time and talents to help others along this journey. Now, the further we look out, the bigger the challenges, from terrorism to global warming to giving more girls around the world a chance to receive an education. And I don't expect your generation to solve all the problems that my generation has not yet solved. But I do absolutely expect you to make real progress. I expect you to take a stand, and I'm absolutely confident that you will have an impact. And why do I know that you'll make a difference? Because so many of you already have. When I look at you, I see people who haven't always had it easy. Many of you didn't go straight to college, but your stories Your life's history deeply inspires me. People like Jumi Arogundade from Olive Harvey. She's a mother and a wife with a biology degree from her native country of Nigeria. She needs American degrees to compete in this economy, and she's starting this fall at a four-year university. Adriana Hicks from Kennedy King is a proud graduate of our Chicago Public Schools. She's also headed to a four-year university where she plans to study engineering. Sean Devaney of Truman College is passionate about cars, and he's thinking about management and studying business and maybe owning his own shop someday. From Wright College, we have Rachel Weaver, whose parents were in healthcare, but she's interested in working with a different type of patient. She wants to become a veterinarian. And from Daly College, we have Lizette Martinez, also a graduate of CPS and focused on health care. She'll be working this fall as a research assistant at Northwestern University. And from Harold Washington College, Josephine Frempong, a native of Ghana, is off to Trinity College in Connecticut, and her goal, her next step after that, Harvard Medical School. All of you from Chicago and from around the world, all of you share a common belief in the power of education to change lives. And I thank you for the example that you set for all of us, and I can't tell you how much it means to me personally. I want to salute your leadership here at City Colleges. You've redirected the school's missions to have every single student engaged in meaningful career opportunities in fields that are looking for talent, fields like healthcare and transportation, hospitality, business, technology, manufacturing, and the social sciences. Your collective leadership and the achievement of all our students here is living proof of what's possible when you couple real opportunities with support and guidance. Many of you wouldn't be here today without the love and support of those around you. I'm sure some of you never had enough of that, but somehow you made it anyway. And think about how much easier it would have been had you had more people in your corner. All of you, please remember that somewhere here in the future, there's going to be someone out there who's going to need your love and your support to overcome the hurdles in life and experience an amazing moment like this. It might be your own children, nieces or nephews, kids on the block or in the broader community who look up to you and can see themselves growing up to be just like you with a college degree and a job and your sense of pride and confidence and absolute determination. Please, please don't ever underestimate the power of your example, the importance of your wisdom, and the strength of your embrace to provide hope and inspiration to others. And finally, at some point today, I'd ask you please to take the time to thank the people in your life who helped to make this possible. They worked hard, they sacrificed, and never lost faith in you. They always understood your potential and what you could accomplish despite any obstacles you faced. Let's also make a commitment to our families and our communities and even those we share the planet with who we may never meet to show compassion for each other and share responsibility for helping to meet our collective challenges. History shows that every problem we have faced can be solved with ingenuity and hard work. Nothing, no obstacle is beyond our collective capacity for good. And so today, you've taken a wonderful step forward. You know more, you can do more, you can innovate more, and you can provide more leadership to those around you. You're in a better position both to pursue your dreams and to make the world a better place. And that to me is what's really exciting about this next phase of your lives. Every single day is a gift. It's a gift and a chance to show what you know, to prove what you can do, and to lead by example. I will end where I began. Education is about freedom, freedom to be yourself, and freedom to chart your own path. So on behalf of the faculty here, your families and friends, please know that you have our greatest confidence and our highest hopes. Congratulations. I know you'll continue to make all of us proud, and I wish you all the best. Thank you so much, and God bless. Thank you.
On behalf of City Colleges of Chicago, we'd like to present you with an honorary Associate in Arts for all you did for this city and for all you did for students across the city.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me, lady. Appreciate it.
Hello again. So earning a degree is an accomplishment. Earning a degree with honors is truly a distinction. The honors distinction is awarded to graduates who earned a cumulative grade point average between 3.0 and 3.49. The high honors distinction is awarded to graduates with a cumulative grade point average above 3.5. Will all honors and high honors graduates please stand? Please join me in recognizing and congratulating these top students with their achievements. You may be seated. Many of our honor students are also members of Phi Theta Kappa and Psi Beta. Both of these organizations are academic honor societies that recognize two-year college scholars for excellence in scholarship, leadership, research, and community service. So today these students are distinguished by gold and blue stoles and cords for Phi Theta Kappa and Psi Beta. Will all Phi Theta Kappa and Psi Beta graduates please stand? Thank you. We also have many graduates with us today who have selflessly served our country. Many of these graduates are wearing red, white, and blue veteran cords. Would all of the graduates who are veterans of the U.S. Armed Forces please stand? Thank you for your service and everything that you have done to protect and defend the freedoms we hold dear. Among our graduates, we have 7 outstanding students, behind me, who have distinguished themselves as valedictorian of their respective college. Valedictorians, as I call your name, please stand and receive the honor from your college president. Lisette Martinez from Richard J. Daley College. Chao Lu from Malcolm X College. There we go. Andriana Hicks from Kennedy King College. Olajumoke Arugundade from Olive Harvey College. Josephine Frempong from Harold Washington College. Sean Devaney from Harry S. Truman College. And Rachel Weaver from Wilbur Wright College. It is my honor and distinct pleasure to present the valedictorians of the City Colleges of Chicago class of 2016. Congratulations. So before we present the diplomas to the rest of our graduates, we will be presenting 5 honorary posthumous awards to recognize students who are no longer with us. These students work just as hard as anyone here and deserve to be recognized along with their classmates. I'd like to present this diploma to the family of Chiquita Baker Binion, a student from Kennedy King College. I would like to present a diploma to the family of Montrell Sanders, also of Kennedy King College. I'd like to present a diploma to the family of Dahlia E. Shelton of Olive Harvey College. We are also awarding a diploma in recognition of the achievement of Jessica Suarez to the president of our home college, Harold Washington College. And finally, we have awarded a diploma in recognition of the achievement of Natalie Dillard to the president of Malcolm X College. So please join me in honoring the accomplishments of these 5 students. We would also like to recognize the graduate with the most life experience here today. Mary Johnson is graduating from Wright College with her degree in paralegal studies. Mary is 83 years old and plans to use her education to volunteer in legal organizations to serve the community. And I'm sure we join her 4 children, 12 grandchildren, and 14 great-grandchildren in congratulating her today.